Hello everyone, my name is Mesoma Umechano and I will be walking you through this overview of the supply chain analysis. So this dashboard provides insights by analyzing revenue, product type, defect rate, shipping carriers, stock level and transportation costs. Starting off with the key KPI cards, we see that the total revenue is $1.34 million, followed by the best selling product, which is skincare, and followed by the average manufacturing um, which is followed by the average manufacturing lead time, which is 14 to 14.77 days, approximately 15 days. And they have a top shipping carrier to be carrier B, and then we have our average defect rate to be around 228%. Overall, skincare dominates sales performance, while defect rates appear significantly high, indicating potential quality or reporting issues. Alright, moving on to our visuals, we see that we see the price versus the revenue by product type. And here we can see that the skincare generates the highest revenue, exceeding about around 240k, while hair care follows with a moderate revenue of $174, followed by the cosmetic, which has the lowest revenue, approximately $57,000. This shows that higher priced skincare products drive the majority of the revenue compared to other product categories. Alright, moving on to the average defect rate by product type and transport mode. We see that the transport mode, we see that the skincare has the highest defect rate. So we see here that the hair care has the highest defect rate, has the highest defect rate with particularly under air and rail, particularly under air and rail. So we see that the hair care, we have moderate defect levels across transport zones, and then we see the cosmetics, which has the lowest defect. So we see that the hair care has the highest defect rate, particularly under the skincare has the highest, particularly under the rail and the road transport. But we see here that the hair care has the highest defect by sea and by the air transport, and we can see that the cosmetics has the lowest defect rate overall. However, the defect rates vary by both product type and transportation mode, suggesting logistics impact product quality. Moving on to revenue by SKU, we can see that the revenue generally declines across SKUs, and we can see that the SKU 15 records the highest revenue. Later SKUs generate progressively lower revenue, and the revenue concentration is skewed towards a high performing is skewed towards a few high performing SKUs. So moving on to the stock level by SKU, we can see that the stock level steadily decreases from SKU 12 to SKU 7, and we can see that the inventory ranges roughly between 83 to between 93 to 100 units, which means that the lower performing SKUs also appear to have lower stock levels, suggesting inventory alignment with demand. So moving on to the total revenue by shipping carrier, we can see that the carrier B has the highest, followed by carrier C and carrier A. And we can see that carrier B is the most critical logistic partner in terms of revenue contribution. So moving on to cost distribution by transport mode, we see that we can see that the road has the highest distribution, followed by the rail, the air, and lastly sea, which shows that transportation costs are fairly evenly distributed across road, rail, and air, with sea being the least costly option. So overall, the supply chain is heavily driven by skincare products, and Carrier B, but the high average defect rate of 228% highlights a critical need for quality control improvements, particularly in the air and rail transport. Optimizing transport modes and addressing defect drivers could significantly improve efficiency and profitability.